influential, most powerful Gladius players that's ever graced the proxy servers. Okay, let's do this. Good luck.
Have fun.
Hey, I don't like the scholar.
Oh, you don't like your color?
Nope. I don't think I ever played with the scholar before. Killer. You guys played with the balance watch. Well, the small eco mod. That art thing.
Um, I haven't really looked into the balance mod.
Well, it's not. I mean, in a way, it is a balance mod, but it's just for like economy. Like reducing the water in the map. So,
Problem is, like, I find there's so much disagreement on certain things.
well, I'll say with those are like universal. I think every
No,
single
no, I
one.
meant like
Oh, the
if you
balance.
talk the general, if you go to the general balance
Yeah,
discussions,
it's
it's like
yeah.
there's so many different opinions on things, and nobody can
Yeah.
agree on anything.
Mm. Just playing from standard to fast, the game changes like a lot. Or the size of the maps. If you play on bigger than recommended size, the game's completely different. It's like PvE for forever. Triple, quadruple book nonsense. I don't recall which factions we have in play. Well, what do you guys have?
Dear, when you get your free gate tech, can you take this gate? Um, like in the next 5 turns, or I have to destroy it. Actually, when are you gonna get your free gate tech? Okay, yes, I take it. Perfect. Uh-oh. The cultist might not be friendly here.
Drukhari gauge? An elder gauge. Do they look different? Or they look exactly the same?
They should look the same. Yeah, so I mean, I still think Proxy should take the initiative and balance their own game, because the thing is, if they balance it, then there's less community bickering between, players. Because, like, some people have biases for certain factions. Like, some people, think, oh, this faction's weak, where another person can say, no, the faction's not weak. And then, well, we want buffs on this unit, and I just think it's like, and yeah, I mean, I don't know. But it sounds to me like, uh, Rock wants a modder to make balance changes and then perhaps implement those changes into a patch. But like I said, the problem is like people have very different degrees of um, what they want change, right? I've kind of said basically people should just focus on the biggest things that are broken in the game
Yep.
and stop worrying about, like, oh, let's give this unit more damage, this one, like,
No corner of Gladius shall be out of reach.
That being said, I think I don't think the vanilla game is like unplayable, and but I do think there are some certain combinations that are like I think for like Dark Elders, Homunculus, and Chrono stacking with the Master of Pain. I think that's like glaringly needs to be changed.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't want balance changes to be like, oh, we have to make crack grenades better for Space Marines and stuff like that. Like there's gonna be techs in each faction that are kind of not that great to pick up. We don't have to make every single tech like, you know, super good. I mean, you could also say, um, and a lot of times I don't want to I don't want to jump to a conclusion until I've maybe played a faction. Like if you take Cataphrons for instance, they are pretty strong with the global buffs of AdMech plus the Marshal. So you could just be like, oh yeah, we have to nerf Cataphrons, but I've won games against AdMech with the Cataphrons. So it's like I don't. Yeah, they're very strong, but like I don't think they're like broken, like to the point where I can't beat the faction. I just like Cataphrons only have range 2 with move 3, so they're not like unless the person uses the transport for them. Like, so you can kind of play around against them. I mean, they're like, but yeah, maybe you're like, okay, let's bring the models down to 2 instead of 3. But then you gotta be like, that kind of nerfs them pretty hardcore. Well, and then what you could be, oh, what about Devastator Centaurians, right? They do mega damage as well. So that's the thing. If you start nerfing one unit, then you have to nerf like the entire rosters of each faction, right? If you want to be fair. So that's the thing. I think like the balance thing is a slippery slope, but I think they should focus on just the things that are really need to be changed. Like
I think most of their like elite team is working on Zephons. So at the moment, they barely have people working on Gladius.
yeah,
So
but
it's from less experienced people. When it comes
I
to
understand
development.
they have deadlines they have to get Zephon out, so it makes total sense. But at the same time, they still have a lot of people that play their Gladius game. So I also think it's also like if they don't do anything or try to change the balance or whatever, it sends a signal to me as a customer like, oh, maybe I don't want to buy Zephon when it comes out. I mean, if they're not gonna like take care of Gladius, are they gonna even take care of Zephon? So
That's a fair point.
I don't know. I feel like it would, if they come up with an update for Gladius, it would also encourage the Gladius players to maybe buy Zephon, right? Like, I feel like in good faith, it's like they support all their games, right? But that's the way I interpret it. I mean, if they don't, I understand that their resources are on Zephon and not Gladius, but at the same token, if you want your Gladius community to buy Zephon, you should also make the Gladius players happy too, right?
That will make perfect sense. Yeah. Notice they keep doing like little quality of life changes for Zephon.
And none for
So
Gladius.
they do, And Gladius is like, it's Gladius is like, but
I
Simon
mean,
asks, like,
the balance thing is probably not the funnest job to do, because it's like whatever balance change you make, you're always gonna have a few people that don't like it, right? But at the same time, it's critical, right? You still have to.
Oliver, help me out, take the gates. Werewolf is brutal though. Holy crap.
Because I think the community mod could work, but they need to be very conservative with their changes. Like, that's, and I don't, when you read the balance discussion changes, it seems to be all over the place. So that's like my only kind of thing I see.
Cultists, help me out, destroy the gate.
But I'm gonna go, Bombardier, let's go to separate drop pods. Start talking our strategy. Okay. So we're kind of like corner to corner. They look like they're more together just by outpost allocation. So I'm going Raveners, so I have the mobility to help you if you're attacked. I'll start clearing towards you, so that way we can group up pretty fast. Okay. Tau and Orc. Ugh. We're facing two very swarmy factions. But we're seeing early, what do you call those? Buggies from Orc. So he's probably going to go Scrapjets, I assume. Which Tau's drone spam with Scrapjets. That's pretty scary. I think I'll Rambo a High Tyrant. Sonic Scream High Tyrants do really good against Orc. Because Orc's very easy to demorale. They don't really have high leadership. So you can usually get Sonic Screams off all the time on Orc. Okay. Hey, you know what's a cool combo? If Tuner player goes the tongue monster, the tongue monster when it attacks, it slows units down. And I think your artillery for Tau, what's it called? Full batteries or something. They get a bonus when things are slowed. So like you you basically use tongue monster and then your batteries. No, I know. I was just making just a general comment about that. I'll show you. You want the production bonus. So you watched some of my Tyranids masterclass video. What did you think? Was did it have any good information? It's more for newer players. I try to cover as much as I could possibly spew out on that video. That's good. Yeah, my goal is I want to try to put, you know, some helpful guides for many factions on my YouTube page. And what I was trying to say is I think trying to grow the player versus player community. And I think one of the things I feel that new players find it very daunting to join the PvP side of things because maybe there's not enough detailed, helpful guides out there, or they're outdated. And most people want to win, right? So like in order to start winning, you gotta kind of know how to play the game and what to do. So I figure if I make some good guides for different factions out there, that might incentivize new players from kind of keeping with the game and wanting to improve. Because back before I started doing guides, the only way to really get really good at a faction quickly was either just play them a ton and try to experiment and see what worked, see what didn't work, or ask someone that knew all those things and ask for like, you know, what combinations you should do, what build order, what text you should pick up. And yeah, and sometimes you even couldn't get that information because players don't want to, some of them don't want to tell you their secrets, right? So, I mean, I have no problem telling all my, like, I realize now that my guide's out there that there could be a lot of players doing my exact build and play style. But that's fine. I mean, if that brings in more new players, that's cool. That's the whole purpose. Yeah, SM's a good faction to kind of start out. Yeah, there's not a lot of content on this game. That's true. And it's sad because the game is so good. Like, I keep telling everybody, it's a great game. Like, especially if you like this type of genre, it's awesome. You know what, I've always been someone that loves different factions. Like I was a big, back in the day, I loved StarCraft because each faction felt very different and they had their own sort of identity. And then so with Gladius, they had the Warhammer universe, so which is perfect. And the way they implemented the factions into this game on tabletop, you definitely get a different feeling when you're playing. Like, they don't feel like they're carbon copies of oh, this faction's basically the same but just with a different skin or one different tech. Like Civilization, right? If you look at that, you would have like one different unit in some error and then everything's the same. Like, it didn't feel, you know, you just felt like you're playing. And then, I mean, you could say like there's different traits each civilization could get, but for the most part, you didn't get that feeling that it was a different. Although I don't know if Civilization was really trying to go that route. Like, but what I'm saying is I like games that you have different play styles, different feeling when you play this faction over this faction. And I feel like Gladius, like, that's one thing I think Gladius did really well. And procs to, I guess, the devs, because like I said, they could have tried to just mimic, like do less work and just make everything kind of similar, and they didn't do that. They try to make each faction very distinct, the playstyle. Yeah, it lasts too long. That's a good point. But here's the thing, it lasts too long, but people that play Civilization, they played that game for like 4 or 5 hours sometimes. Like, so, but I do agree for the average casual gamer, perhaps, yeah, it's definitely too long. But for most people that like this type of genre, I don't think that hours is such a big deal because people still play super long hours, like I said, Civilization and stuff like that. So, but I really think for me, I've seen new players come and go, and I think the main reason is the skill issue. Like it's just when they face people that have played it a lot, and they get like basically just ripped apart. A lot of them like lose interest, right? Nobody likes to just lose, and especially lose like pretty badly, like not even close. And so I think a lot of players I see like give up on the game or give up in PvP, Gladius. So that was my whole point, to try to put guides out there to try to get new players a little more better or more confident. But still, you have to put in like time, play the game to learn it and get better at it. Your research is bad. It's getting those Arctic gates that really bump your research up a lot. Pro tip. No, AI is not on. And then my other idea is like I wanted to start a tournament, and I didn't want to do modded tournament because I feel like I want to try to get the player base more reunited again, and it's like it's easier to do that just playing the vanilla game, right? More people have access to it, and you're not getting into this whole we play on this mod and another group plays on this mod. Now we just need proxy to balance a little bit more of the game, and then we're back into the glory days of Gladius, where people all start playing vanilla. But will that happen? I don't know. Probably not, because like you said, people say they're focused on Zephon. But you never know. It wouldn't, to me, I don't think it would take them a huge amount of time to do it. I mean, it's just some code changing here and there on certain units. Oh, I should have moved this Malmthorpe up. That was a misplay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here's Johnny. That's a lot of shine spears, my comrade. No, but I'm saying that's not good. Shine spears are good, but like I feel like more than 3 is overkill. Kind of like more than 3 scout bikes is overkill. Because you don't want to use them as your frontline unit. Like they're not made for that. They're made for recon, made for flanking and counterattacking. And the way I see people use that many shine spears, they use them like they're like frontline troops. Could have built batteries or hornets. All right. I'm going to I'm gonna rambo up my guy here. Trying to think how I want to do this. Probably here. Poison? Okay. Not enough. That is good. So against Tau and Orc. Tau and Orc. So extra scenes would be probably nice to grab. Mydros Twin says, let me just read the chat. Community beta project is here for the exact reason. Rock allowed us to put a simple balance change people want to see happen in a mod that he could easily port to vanilla if enough like them. They definitely focus on Zephon, especially since they delayed the game. So if we want to see some balance in Gladius, we have to put effort into ourselves. Yeah, but I don't know if you heard my other worries. Is the problem is when we try to make it a community balance type of discussion, there's just so many different opinions, and they're very loud opinions. And a lot of times we're all over the place with all these balance changes. And like I said, I think we need to just focus on the elephants in the rooms first. Forget about, oh, we need to make the Tau devilfish better or something like that. Forget that. But yeah, I gotta kill this things. Let me see here. Give me 1 sec. So I do 2.5. All right, so that would work. So we kill that. Then I will move up here. Hold on. I'm calculating my... And then I move here. Can I move anything else? All right. So yeah, we can kill. Guess I can. Oh gosh. That being said, I think it's nice to see the community want to try to make changes. All right. So extra scenes will be coming online pretty soon. We're already connected with our armies. I think we're gonna sack to rush our production here. Okay. Do we need to heal? Yes. Sure. I'm gonna get some extra scenes. I think too, like, the problem is we also, our community is kind of emotional at times, to the like point, like, you know, we have our own little egos and we think we know everything, and sometimes we could be wrong. So like that's where, and we're pretty vocal on our balance ideas, and I just think like if we're gonna go that route, then they should just take a few players that play the game a lot and be very conservative with these changes, and that's a start, right? They don't have to change everything in the game, but I would say tackle the most broken things that is clearly obvious, that makes no sense. Like I was mentioning, Dark Eldars, Chrono plus Master of Pain from Humoculus buff pretty makes the army around that combination like unkillable, and that needs to be changed. That shouldn't be in the game. It's not even hard to get that combo. Like some people are like, oh, it's a late game combo. It's not a late game combo. I got that combo like at turn 35, so on fast speed. But but again, it's a slippery slope. If you nerf Cataphrons, do you nerf Devastator Centaurians? Do you nerf, other good tier units that do a lot of damage? So I think they have to be a little careful. I don't mind Cataphrons because they have 3 movement only and 2 range, and there's units that can kind of counter them. Yes, they're cheap and they're very effective, but so are Centaurian Devastators. There's a lot of good units in the game, so I just think, really for me, the biggest issues are the glaring OP combos that, like, maybe they don't have to go crazy with the first balance patch, but they need to tackle some of the most obvious things that need to be tweaked. And perhaps witches, but the thing is, that's a long discussion to go into. I don't think that they should nerf witches to oblivion. I think witches are vital for the faction to work. Perhaps they need to tinker with Haywire Grenade, make witches not so good counter to vehicles. I don't know. They need to. Okay, so gray matter. All right, so we have to. All right, we're living the dream. Yeah, and witches are still good without like Haywire. Like they're over the top with Haywire, and I think they either take away Haywire Grenade from witches, then you're gonna build more of the other type infantry, right? To get Highwares. I don't know. I think there's small things they could do, but I'm a little worried that they'll go overboard with the nerfs and then make Dark Elder really bad. So I think that's the thing. They got to be careful. Okay. Where do I want this guy to be? Probably there. Oops, I could have moved my guy up. Oh wow, adamantium vest, right on. Gotta wear hornets. Not the best. We got a desert location. Oh, he's got the sim off. War 37. Yeah, he's up here. Yeah, I just gotta be careful. I gotta take out the mech gun before I can really push with the high time rate. All right, so 37 is war. Gotta be careful. Whoops, that was a mistake. Thought I could zones, more zones. All right, let's go against Orc. I guess we'll rush the Trigon. Or no, we'll get the Ripper dispersion. That's what we'll do. I might forward a base up here to secure the relic. When it's the war turn, maybe. Yeah, that sounds like a good plan, actually. I can make a Termagant to eat the Overwatch, and then I could just build my base and take his stuff. And if he fights me at the base, he loses. One, two, three. I have an extra scene coming as well. All right, is he going for DACA jets? I wonder. I might, because I can rush my air units. I say we push orc, but not this turn. I gotta set up my alpha strike. The fact that he's going Death Copters tells me he is going DACA jets because Death Copters cost power, right? So he's, so I'll rush. I'll go to air. I'll rush my air tech, and I have extra scenes which do good against DACA jets, anyways. Yeah, I'll rush air. Like if my Exorcink can get up there, he can annihilate this stuff. Yeah, we gotta get rid of the mech guns, correct. All right, next turn I will go. I will go in for the kill. For the kill. Shoot. Yeah, so I'm gonna rush air. One, two, three, four Raveners. Plus an extra shine coming up. Yeah, so if we can take out the mech gun, that would be really nice. If he's smart, he would move his mech gun a little bit back further. But what I probably need you is to eliminate that buggy on the outpost. That's wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. One, two, three, 4. Oh yeah, you can't reach it. Okay, so I'll have to deal with it. Oh yeah, we should go for that mech gun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can Sonic Scream here. Yeah, maybe 2. We need to eat the Overwatch. So I guess Turbogon can eat Overwatch. Yeah, the Termagant can also, for sure. Oh. All right, let's focus on the right side, I think. And then all right, we're going in. All right, so how do I want to do this? It's that one buggy though that's on that outpost. That's the thing. Can you use your fire prism to shoot the buggy? It's... All right. Have to. Hey, can you finish that buggy off for me? You have a range unit that can. Okay, cool. Okay, so with that, I can come in here. That's nice. Slowed it. Oh wow, his mechs do a lot of damage to my Turbogon. Like if he, thing is, if he pushes here, he doesn't stun the high tyrant. I can scream. We have extra scene that can also attack next turn. Maybe extra scene can go here on that spot. Yeah. Yeah, I have Raveners, sure. Alright, so he stuns High Tyrant. As long as my Turbogon's alive, I can just heal my High Tyrant. All right, 2 Raveners go down. Ah, shit, you put another war buggy on that spot. That sucks. So I need to kill, yeah, the mechs have to get killed. The guy on the buggy spot needs to be killed. Yeah, we definitely have to push here. Yeah. All right, I'll kill the crew hounds. I can zap the mech boys with the zones. Unless if you one-shot it, I don't know. Do you one-shot the mechs? If you don't, give me let me know. I need this spot 2620 to use my extra scene. That's where your fire prism is. Do you one-shot the mechs? Okay, you don't. So we should focus on killing this. Can you finish that buggy off? All right. And can you kill any more stuff? That's all I can do. Yeah, try to kill more stuff. Actually, we shouldn't. All right, I can heal. What do you mean? All your units have moved. Okay. All right, I think the orc army is routed. I think he should have went for the Turbogon kill, but maybe he was scared of all the Raveners then attacking him the next turn, I guess. I don't think he's rushing Daka Jets. His army's too big for rushing Daka Jets. Well, but now they're gonna get targeted and die and killed. But he's definitely in a bad position. I mean, there's extra scenes, fire prisms. I mean, these are some heavy hitter type units now at the battle, and he's depleted a lot of his units. Okay, so Tao's trying to join the fight. I'll get Proxima to I need to build another zone or another melon. Yeah. Gonna have to heal my high tyrant. That's a given. Grabbing my outposts. I don't understand why he should just focus on the high tyrant with all his mech guns. Chrome is, I mean, or maybe he doesn't want them to be focus fired if they're, I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. I do not know what he's doing. Okay. Well, I'm good. You can either blast these two units if you want. Right. Like that. Actually, we're gonna start rushing this building. Okay. Um, you finish that one off with the wave serpent. All right. I'm still going air though. Emily 1990. Hi Discord, I was wondering if you play all factions since you play Space Race, Dark Eldar, and Tyranids until you get a good grasp and release a few builds. Will this be a sort of series of every faction eventually? Yeah, the way I kind of like to cover games is I play a faction a lot, try to learn them, and then try to put out guides that I think could help players. Well, because Tau is now in the battle now. But, I mean, I got 2 extra scenes, plus I got zones. I can... That's a dangerous move. The mechs are being annoying, though. They do decent damage for his vehicles. Like, damn. Crisis suits have to get killed too. Like, they're another big damage dealer. Can we wait? Alright, so that gun thing isn't gonna do too much next turn. Another extra scene coming up to join the battle. Oh, shoot. I'm just short a little bit. So if I cancel the zone, I could still produce more extra scenes. Yeah. And then let's just do a Malin because I need to start eating. My influence is getting pretty crazy. I think we're doing good here. I mean, second extra scene is going to be targeting stuff. And my heroes are level 6. So yeah. Amy says, yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. It's usually my background when I work. Have your stream reruns open. All right. Rock on. Yeah, and I will say this. My goal for my channel is to try to grow the player versus player community for Gladius. And that is why I want to try to put guides out there, helpful tips. I want to encourage new players to want to get into playing player versus player games because I think it's the best way to play Gladius. It's like, I mean, the AI is whatever, but like when you're playing against real opponents, it's definitely a lot more interesting and more challenging. We went for the rush air strategy over here. Yeah, so even if he goes late game DACA, he's gonna get shut down. But I don't think so because the orc player has a really big army, and in order to get DACA just really fast, you have to go more smaller army to do double book and whatnot. All right, so that Ravener's dead. He got all my Raveners, I will say that. But I can make an army of Termagants, so I can still kind of fill in my roster here. We can kill the Hammerhead if he decides to stay and fight with it. I mean, it's been tail whipped. You can buff my extra scenes with what? How can you buff my extra scenes? But how I still don't get how you buff my extra scenes. Do you want to use your blast? Because extra scenes don't blast. You decide, man. You're the blast guy. You don't need to consult me every turn with what you attack. Just go for it. All right. Guess we'll deal. Grabbing his outposts. Yay! The High Tyrant's almost freed. Ready to rain havoc. Do they ignore armor? Increase accuracy. No. Yeah, so that armor, that vest is definitely saving me. Because they would easily kill the High Tyrant if I didn't have the vest on him. All right, so we'll be getting late Trigons here, but my air building's almost finished. Stellaris 40k brought you here. Yeah, I just assumed he was going Daka Jets, but then when I realized how big his orc army was, I was like, nope, he went more for a big early army. But I mean, we're sure. I mean, with Hive Crones, we're definitely gonna win the late game if I mass them. I mean, already like we're gonna have 3 extra scenes, 2 zones up in the front of the battle. That's pretty big. All right, so High Tower is freed up again. I still can do a big sonic scream. Yeah, I might try for supersonic scream here. Termagants can eat the Overwatch. Going for the Shine Spears. And I think what helped me too is tactically putting that 4th base down to steal the damage relic. I think that was a big play because if I had pushed into him without this base, he had a big army that could probably overwhelm me. So that was, you know, I think that was a good play by me. Right. Right, so there is a lot. Alright, we have a weird boy back there, which I can kill in 1 shot. Okay. All right, so we got a lot of cash on ourselves. I'm gonna start rushing the air units. Oh yeah, this base is going down, bro. And his hammerhead stuck in there. Yeah, these extra scenes are gonna murder that base next round. You like playing Eldar? Yeah, Eldar's fun. You didn't go heroes though. You're like, I'm gonna go heroes, and then you never did. Yeah, no influence. Okay. Yeah, the extra scenes were big though. Like, I mean, it's either having more Raveners, but I think having these extra scenes, I think, definitely help. Yes, go for the Termagants. I could care less about them. Oh, he's doing imp. Okay. But he can't kill your fire prism, right? I mean... Oh, commander coming out. Recruits. Recruit riders. Oh, he's imping the wave. And he cannot kill it. Oh, he can't kill it. Gun rig. All right, if we can get a huge sonic scream here if I don't get pinned by the zapper, because like, yeah, we can end this game with the sonic scream right in the middle here. We kill this unit, level 3 firework or 22, 24, and then we're sonic screaming, or we kill the crisis suit. Yeah, either the firewall or the crisis suit. And then I can sonic scream for a bazillion damage. He's not pinning my high tyrant. Okay. That's cool. All right, let me just do eco quick. Let's start building the air unit. Let's sack. We're gonna. Okay. Let's build the Trigon. What do I want to do with this guy? We gotta start eating. Okay. Research wise, let's pick up. All right, what are we doing here? Well, we either kill the firewall or the crisis, but So can you kill the fire warrior? Yeah, it looks like you can. You probably can also kill the crisis. All right, killed that guy. Maybe if you can kill the crisis, that's probably a better target. Yeah, crisis. All right. Geronimo. All right, here we go. Can we kill any? Can you, if we lower this, kill this fire warrior down here, it should trigger a red for these units. You have 17 seconds. Wave serpent can, no, wrong one. The one down here. The 3. Quick, 9 seconds. More. Okay. All right, so that's good enough. And you know, it should have, there's a bug right now. It should do pinning when you do that. So the commander wouldn't have been able to run away. Oh, now he's going Dakaja. It's a little too late, buddy. I already have almost a Hive Crone out for his first stack of Yeah, well, I counter playing big time as well. Yeah, it would have been nice if we got the commander. I mean, we could still probably get the commander. I think he's back here. We gotta kill the base so I can... Or no, we gotta protect the High Tyrant. Because I can't heal him this turn. So really, we gotta kill that air unit. I guess I get rid of the drone. Or... Right. So the High Tyrant can one-shot drones or do damage to Daka Jet or gun rig. So you're gonna have to move some stuff up. Do you want me to kill the drones with the High Tyrant? Well, I need you to push forward, try to kill the bomber or the gun rig. I can use, yeah, I can use the High Tyrant to finish. The next you have this gun drone. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be fine. Level 8. Oh wow, you killed it. You are Bombardier, yes. You kill everything. Alright, my first air unit is going to be out. Actually, I probably don't want to build this. I just want to... That'll be 6, then we just eat everything. Yeah, interesting strategy. Like, big early army, and then into a later sort of Daka build, but I don't know. That just makes my rush into air even more crazier because I'll be 1-for-1 with his Daka jets, and Hive Crones Hive Crones can go 1-2 versus a ratio of 1-2 versus Daka jets and still win. So if I'm matching him with air units, good luck. Stealth suits. Okay, that's not bad. Like a lot of our stuff is all range, to be honest. That's actually pretty smart. It's too bad I don't have Ravagers up here. Oh, it's all in. So if we kill the city, I can bring High Tyrant. I can bring the Turbigon to heal my High Tyrant. Oof. Yeah, we're definitely we'll need to heal. And then we have to kill as much stuff as we can to save the High Tyrant's life. Ooh, he's all in on this. Even the commander is like, yeah, it was a close one. Oh, that's it. Yeah, they would have. I think they would have just died horribly to our counterattack. Yeah, Trinid Eco. Etrusco's Eco actually was booming that game. Military, no surprise. Research, Udescry was #1. Resource accumulation, damage dealt, damage taken, units created. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
GG.
Yep, GG. GG. I actually do decent damage for stealth suits. Oh, because they have to get the buffs from the drones to make them survive more. So I wonder what they could have done differently that game. It looked like Tau was not in the position to help Orc until later. So maybe that's where they kind of got, the Orc player got 1 versus 2 a little bit at the starting of the first engagement. And then the Tau player later came in. But I think that, I think that's where they could have played better. Like maybe fall back, wait for Tau, and then try to regain the damage relic or whatever you wanted to do. I mean, Orc had a big army, but again, you can't really win 1 versus 2s. 1 versus 2s, you're gonna lose. And then I had the Hive Crones chugging out, plus the Trigons to build tunnels. So yeah, my eco is pretty good.